this video, we're going to discuss about the rectilinear motion. So sa rectilinear motion, mula na rin sa word na rectilinear, yung isang body or particle, nag-move siya along the horizontal straight line. Okay, so another term niyan ay straight line motion. So for example, meron tayong particle. Okay? So particle na nagmo-move sa horizontal line. So yung horizontal line. So yung horizontal line, ang tawag natin diyan ay S-axis. Okay? Now, let's say meron tayong function S of t where yung S of t siya yung position ng particle at time t. Okay, so position of the particle at time t. Then, yung average velocity, so yung average velocity of the particle on the interval t naught, t will be, so mula dun sa formula ng average rate of change, so V, say average velocity equals S of t minus S of t naught all over t minus t naught. Or we have delta S over delta t. So ito yung average velocity. So kapag kukunin naman natin yung instantaneous velocity ng particle at time t, okay, so instantaneous velocity of the particle at time t. So ang formula natin dyan, so we have V of t will be, so di ba kapag instantaneous rate of change, kukunin lang natin yung derivative. Okay? So yung instantaneous velocity of the particle will be the derivative of the position of the particle. Okay? Or S prime of t, which is equal to derivative of S with respect to t. So yan yung gagamitin nating formula. So for instantaneous speed naman, so instantaneous speed of the particle at time t, so syempre, di ba sa velocity, magnitude and direction. Pero kapag speed ang pinag-uusapan, magnitude lang. Okay? But same siya with velocity. Wala lang direction. So meaning, kukunin mo lang yung absolute value ng velocity. Okay? So how about instantaneous acceleration? So instantaneous acceleration. So dito naman, of the particle at time t, so ito naman, kukunin mo lang yung derivative ng velocity, rate of change ng ating velocity. Okay? So acceleration, denoted by A of t, is equal to derivative ng ating velocity, which is equal to derivative of v with respect to t. Or, since yung derivative ng v is, since yung v natin is the derivative of the position, so yung acceleration natin, given the position of the particle, will be the second derivative of the position. Okay, so ito yung mga formula na gagamitin natin mamaya. Okay, so given the velocity, so pwede nating malaman kung saan nagmo-move or saang direction nagmo-move yung isang particle. Okay? So, halimbawa, ito, velocity v of t. So, halimbawa, kapag yung v of t or yung velocity, so if yung velocity ay positive, so ibig sabihin yan, yung particle nagmo-move sa positive direction. Okay? So the particle is moving in the positive direction of s at time t. So usually, yung positive direction sa atin, it's either going up or to the right. Okay? So, pwedeng upward o kaya to the right yan. Okay? Now, kapag naman yung velocity natin ay negative, so ibig sabihin yan, yung particle, nagmo-move naman siya negative direction. So, negative direction of s at time t. So, usually, downward yan or to the left. Okay? Now, how about if the velocity is equal to 0? Okay? So, may dalawang possible na mangyari. It's either nag-stop sa pag-move yung particle, or the particle is not moving, or nagbago ng direction yung ating particle, or is changing direction at time t. Kumbaga, halimbawa papunta ka dito, tapos nung nandito ka na, nag-stop ka. Parang gusto mo nang bumalik. Okay? So ready ka na bumalik. So yun yung velocity. Okay? Yun yung sa particle not moving, naka-stay lang. Yun dun sa changing direction, yun nga, papunta ka, tapos nag-stop ka, may balak kang bumalik. Okay, so nagbago yung direction mo. So yung velocity mo doon ay equal sa 0. Okay? So para maliwanag, pwede nating ma-determine kung yung velocity which is equal to 0, kung ang particle ba ay hindi nagmo-move o nag-change ng direction. Depende sa value din ng acceleration. Okay, so let's say meron tayong velocity which is 0. Let's say 0 tapos acceleration. Okay, so ito yung movement. Halimbawa. So kapag 0 velocity, tapos yung acceleration mo ay 0 din, so ito yung hindi nagmo-move yung particle. Particle is not moving. Okay? 0 velocity, 0 acceleration. So pero, kapag 0 yung velocity, tapos yung acceleration mo ay positive. Okay? So ibig sabihin nito, yung particle, ready siya mag-move to the right. Okay, kumbaga parang nagmo-move siya sa left, tapos umi-stop siya, tapos tumalikod siya, parang ganon, tapos ready siya mag-move to the right. Okay, so ready to move to the right. Yun yung sinasabi kong is changing direction. Okay, so ito yung particle is not moving, ito yung changing, nagbago siya ng direction. So kapag naman 0 velocity tapos negative acceleration, so eto ready siya mag-move to the left. Kumbaga papunta siya sa right tapos binago niya yung direction. So ready siya mag-move sa left. Okay, nagbago ng direction. So ready to move to the left. Okay, so yan yung tatandaan natin. Now let's talk about acceleration. So acceleration. So sa acceleration naman, may 3 cases din yan. Positive acceleration, negative yung acceleration, tsaka 0 yung acceleration. So kapag positive yung acceleration, okay, so ibig sabihin, yung velocity niyan nag-i-increase. Okay, so the velocity is increasing at time t. Okay? Pero may dalawang cases yan. So una, kapag yung velocity ay greater than 0 or yung velocity natin ay positive, ang ibig sabihin lang yan, with positive acceleration, positive velocity with positive acceleration, so ibig sabihin, yung speed ng ating particle nag-i-increase. at time t. So meaning, nag-i-speed up. Okay? So speeding up. Tandaan na lang natin yan, speeding up, para madali siyang tandaan. No? So kapag negative naman yung velocity, nagdi-decrease naman. Okay? Negative velocity with positive acceleration, so meaning yung speed ng particle nagdi-decrease at time t. Okay? So slowing down. Slowing down. So how about kapag yung velocity natin zero? Okay? So meaning yan, velocity zero with positive acceleration. So ibig sabihin yung particle ready siya to speed up. Okay? So ready to speed up. Okay? So next, another case, kapag naman yung acceleration ay less than 0 or negative acceleration. So for negative acceleration, dito yung velocity naman nagdi-decrease. Okay, so the velocity is decreasing at time t. Okay? Now, kapag meron tayong positive velocity with negative acceleration, so meaning, nagdi-decrease yung ating velocity. Okay, so slowing down siya. Then, kapag yung velocity ay negative, so eto naman, speeding up. Okay, nag-i-increase yung velocity ng ating, or yung speed ng ating particle. Okay, speeding up. Okay? Now, how about kapag yung velocity natin ay 0? Okay? With negative acceleration. So, ito, ready pa rin siya to speed up. Okay? Kasi merong acceleration. So, mula sa pagbago niya ng position or direction, o kaya naman sa pag-stay niya, nagkaroon ng merong negative acceleration. So, meaning, aandar, no? So, ready siya to speed up. Ready to speed up. Okay? Now, how about kapag yung acceleration ay 0? So, ibig sabihin yan, yung velocity natin is constant. Okay? At kung yung velocity ay constant, so syempre, yung speed natin is also constant. Now, let's proceed to our example. So, let's say, meron tayong particle with position s equals t squared plus t. Let's say plus 2t minus 3. Okay, so pakita natin yung itsura niyan. Okay, so ano yung position ng particle? Let's say ang time natin ay 0. Okay, so at t equals 0, let's say 0 second, yung position natin will be, substitute lang yung t dito sa ating s, so that will be negative 3. So yung s natin ay negative 3. Okay, so let's say ito yung negative 3. So ito yung t equals 0. Now, after 1 second, let's say t equals 1. So, ano ng position ng ating particle? So, substitute lang yung 1 dito. 1 plus 2, 3 minus 3 is 0. Okay? So, let's say dito yung 0. So, ito yung t equals 1. 1 second. Now, at t equals 2. Okay? So, 2 seconds. By the way, 0. So, ano na yung position ng particle? So, yung position ng particle will be 4 plus 4, 8 minus 3, 5. Okay, so let's say dito yung 5. So, as you can see, no, mula dito, nagsimula dito yung particle natin. Then after 1 second, nag-move siya to the right, papunta dito sa 0. Then after another second, nag-move siya, then dito siya nakapunta. Okay. So, nai-imagine yon yung movement ng ating particle. So, let's say, hanapin natin yung average velocity. So, average velocity of the particle on the interval 0, 2. Okay. So, for average velocity, that is s of 2, ito, minus s of 0 over 2 minus 0. So, that is equal to, ano yung s of 2 natin? By the way, hindi ko pala nasulat. So, ano yung s of 2 natin? That is 5 minus, ano yung s of 0? Negative 3 over 2 minus 0, that is 2. So, 5 minus negative 3, that is 8 over 2, 4. So, ibig sabihin, yung average velocity natin ay 4 units per second. Okay? Now, let's have number 2. A particle moves along a horizontal line in such a way that its position at time t is specified by s of t equals t cubed minus 12t squared plus 36t minus 30, where s is measured in feet and t in seconds. So, isa-isahin natin to. So, una, find the instantaneous. So, dapat pala 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. Okay, so dun muna tayo sa 2.1. Find the instantaneous velocity and the instantaneous acceleration in terms of t. So, sagutan muna natin yung 2.1. Solution for 2.1. So, dito, ang pinapahanap instantaneous velocity and instantaneous acceleration. So, meron tayong given dito, position ng particle. So, s of t equals t cubed minus 12t squared plus 36t minus 30. So, una nating hahanapin yung instantaneous velocity, v of t. So, that is the derivative of the position. So, kukunin lang natin yung derivative nito. That is 3t squared minus, bababa, 24t plus 36. Okay? So, yan na yung velocity. Instantaneous velocity. Then, for instantaneous acceleration, so kukunin lang natin yung derivative ng velocity or also the second derivative of the position. Okay? So, acceleration, that is the derivative of velocity or the second derivative of the position of the particle. This is equal to 60 minus 24. Okay? So, yan lang. Ganyan lang kasi yung plane number 1. Okay, so for 2.2, describe the position and motion of the particle in a table that includes the intervals of time. When the particle is moving to the left or to the right, when the velocity is increasing or decreasing, when the speed is increasing or decreasing, or yung particle's position with respect to the origin during these intervals of time. Okay? So, etong daming pinapagawa, no? Okay, so, ang una natin gagawin for number 2, yung, let's say, hahanapin natin yung t. Hanapin muna natin yung t. So, find t greater than or equal to 0 such that yung velocity ay 0 tsaka yung acceleration ay 0. So, such that we have 0 velocity and acceleration. So, yun yung una natin hanapin. And then, so i-equate lang natin yung velocity sa 0. So, ano ba yung velocity natin? Yung na-compute natin kanina. Ito yun. Yung 3t squared minus 24t plus 36. So, i-equate lang natin yan sa 0. So, 3t squared minus 24t plus 36 equals 0. Okay? So, divide lang natin both sides by 3. So, magiging ano na to, t squared minus 8t plus 12 equals 0. So, pwede natin i-factor to, no? That is negative 6, negative 2. So, t minus 6, t minus 2 equals 0. So, dito, t minus 6 equals 0, t minus 2 equals 0. So, yung t ay 6, t equals 2. So, ito yung mga time na nag-0 yung ating velocity. Okay, so kumbaga, gumagalaw yung particle, tapos sa time 2, nag-stop, and then gumalaw, and then nag-stop sa 6. Okay? So next, yung acceleration naman na 0. Okay, 0 acceleration. So ano ba yung acceleration natin? That is 60 minus 24 equals 0. So saan galing yan? Yan yung kinumpute natin kanina na acceleration, 60 minus 24. Then solve natin yung t. 60 equals 24. Divide both sides by 6. So t equals 4. So ito naman. So ito sa time na to naging constant yung velocity. Okay? Sa time at t equals 4. Now, so dito gagawa tayo ng table. Okay? So, sisimulan natin sa t equals 0. Okay, so gawan natin siya ng table for s of t, position, velocity, then acceleration. So, ito dito naman yung sa description at t equals 0. Okay? So, at t equals 0, so ano yung position? Substitute lang natin yung t dito. Yung 0 dito. 0, 0, 0. So, nagsimula sa negative 30. So, nag-start sa negative 30. So, ibig sabihin, eto, nasa left side ng origin. Okay? So, left of origin. Okay? So, ito inuna ko yung pang-apat na pinapagawa, yung position ng particle with respect to the origin. Okay? So, next. So, kunin natin yung velocity. So, substitute natin yung 0 dito sa velocity. So, that is 36. So, 36. So, pag sinubstitute natin dito. Okay, so ang hirap, ang daming papel So, sinubstitute natin dito, 36 yung lalabas. So, ibig sabihin, saan nag-move? Anong direction yung particle? Sa right side, no? From negative 30, nag-move to 36. So, towards right. Okay? So, next. So, ito yung yung pinapagawa sa atin when the particle is moving to the left or to the right. So, next. Sa acceleration, substitute natin yung 0. That is negative 24. Negative 24. So, meaning, decreasing yung velocity. Okay? So, decreasing velocity, kasi negative yung acceleration, tapos positive yung velocity, so decreasing siya. Velocity, then slowing down. Okay, so na-discuss ko na yan kanina, no, kung kailan bumibilis or bumabagal yung speed. Okay, so next, doon naman tayo sa interval na 0 less than t less than 2. Okay. So dito, hindi natin maano yung exact position. Hindi natin malalagay kasi interval na yan. Okay. But, pwede nating itest yung gitna niyan kung ang velocity ba natin ay positive or negative. So, test natin yung 1. Madali lang yung 1 dito sa velocity. So, pag sinubstitute natin yung 1 dito, 3 minus 24, negative 21 plus 36, positive, no? So, positive yung ating velocity. So, ibig sabihin, towards the right din. Okay? Kasi positive. Then, substitute natin sa yung 1 dito. So, 6 minus 24, negative. Okay? So, negative yung acceleration. So, meaning, yung velocity natin, decreasing. Okay? So, decreasing velocity. Velocity. And kung positive-negative, slowing down din. Slowing down. Kasi negative yung acceleration. By the way, kung nakalimutan nyo, yung kanina, so again, pakita ko ulit. So kapag negative yung acceleration, di ba, the velocity is decreasing. Kaya ako sinabing decreasing velocity. Okay? So slowing down, kasi positive yung velocity, negative yung acceleration. Di ba nga, kapag negative acceleration, bukod sa velocity is decreasing, tapos positive velocity is slowing down. Okay? So, nakukuha. So, dun naman sa towards right, kaya ako siya nasabing towards right, kasi nga, di ba, sa velocity kanina, so nabanggit ko kanina na yung velocity kapag positive, ibig sabihin sa right side or sa upward pumupunta, di ba? Tapos kapag negative yung velocity, so sa left side o kaya sa pababa. Okay? Ito pala yun. Ito. So, positive velocity particle is moving in a positive direction. Okay, so ito yung ginagamit natin ha. So, next. Doon naman tayo sa t equals 2. T equals 2. Okay. So, dito, substitute natin yung 2 sa s of t. So, kapag sinubstitute natin yan, ang lalabas ay 2. Okay, so try na natin sa calculator. So, sa cal. So, 2 cube minus 12 2 squared plus 36 2 minus 30. Oh, that is positive 2. Okay? So, hindi ko na papakita yung sa susunod na calculation na para mabilis. So, sa v of t, kapag sinubstitute natin yung 2 sa velocity, ang lalabas dyan ay 0. Tapos, ang lalabas naman sa acceleration, 612 minus 24, negative 12. Okay? So, now. So, dito, okay, ma-determine natin yung particle's position with respect to the origin. So, sa right side siya ng origin. So, right of origin. Tapos, ito, 0 yung velocity. Okay? Pero, negative yung acceleration. So, ibig sabihin, changing yung direction niya. Okay? So, changing direction. So, di ba may dalawang possibility kapag nag-zero yung velocity? It's either nag-stop siya ng movement, naka-stay lang siya, or nagbabago siya ng direction. Pero kapag positive or negative yung ating acceleration, magbabago yung direction ng particle. Pag zero yung acceleration, yun yung naka-stay lang siya. So, changing direction. Okay? And then, decreasing velocity. Okay, so decreasing velocity kasi negative yung ating acceleration. Okay, so next, sa interval naman na between 2 and 4 seconds, okay, so ito hindi natin ulit ma-determine yung particle's position kasi interval yan. And then, yung velocity, kapag isa-substitute mo, halimbawa yung 5, so, itetest nyo yung 5. Negative ang lalabas dyan. Then, sa acceleration, negative din yung lalabas. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung negative yung velocity towards left. Okay? And then, decreasing velocity kasi negative yung acceleration. Decreasing velocity. then speeding up. Kasi negative yung velocity, tapos negative yung acceleration, so speeding up siya. Okay? So, at t equals 4. So, ito, kapag sinubstitute mo sa position, sa s of t, that is negative 14, hindi ko na ipapakita. Basta dito mo siya isa-substitute ha. Ito yung s of t, v of t, a of t. So, negative 14, negative 12, and then 0 ang lalabas for acceleration. So, meaning, negative 14 nasa left side ng origin. So, left of origin. Tapos, towards left siya kasi negative yung velocity. And then, we have constant velocity. Kasi 0 yung acceleration. Di ba kapag 0 yung acceleration, constant yung speed, constant yung velocity. So, constant velocity. Okay? So, next, between 4 and 6. So, hindi ulit natin malalaman yung S of t, specific position, kasi interval. And then, kapag tinest mo yung, dito pala 3 pa lang yung itetest nyo, dito yung 5. Okay? So, dito, magna-negative yung velocity niyan, magpa-positive yung ating acceleration. So, meaning, towards left din yan kasi negative yung velocity. And then, increasing velocity kasi positive yung acceleration. Increasing yung velocity. And then, since negative yung velocity, positive yung acceleration, so nag-slow yung speed natin or nagde-decrease yung speed natin. So, slowing down. Okay? So, next, at t equals 6, so, kapag sinubstitute, that is negative 30, 0, 12. So, dito, sa left side siya ng origin. Tapos, changing direction since positive ang acceleration, although 0 yung velocity, nag-positive yung acceleration, so hindi siya nakastay lang. I mean, nag-change siya ng direction. Okay? So, kumbaga, kung papunta siya sa left side, kumarap siya sa right. Magbabago ng direction. Tapos, increasing velocity. Kasi positive yung acceleration. Increasing velocity. Then, the last one, at t greater than 6. Okay? So, magiging positive na yung velocity, positive acceleration kapag sinubstitute nyo, halimbawa 7, and so on, o kahit alin dyan, t greater than 6. Then, ang mangyayari dyan, since, siya, towards right. Okay, positive kasi yung velocity, towards right. Increasing velocity since positive yung, acceleration, and then speeding up. Now let's have number 3. Show the motion of the particle schematically. Okay? So, pakita natin yung graph niya. Okay, so nangyari dyan, ito yung pwede natin maging guide to. So, kung mapapansin nyo, mula sa 0, nag-move siya to 2. And then, at t equals 6, nag-move siya pabalik sa negative 30. Okay? So, meaning, so let's say, this is negative 30, this is 2. So, nagsimula dito, t equals 0. So, nag-move siya dito sa 2. At t equals 2. Okay, so dito siya nag-move sa right side. Then, at t equals 6, bumalik siya sa negative 30. T equals 6. Then, when t is greater than 6, so towards right na yung pag-move niya. So, ibig sabihin, bumalik siya sa pataas. Okay, mula dito, papunta na sa right side. Tuloy-tuloy na yan. sa right side. So, bumalik dito, then for t greater than 6, tuloy-tuloy na siya dyan sa right side. So, ganyan yung nangyari. Okay, nung movement ng ating particle. For number 4, determine the total distance traveled by the particle during the first 7 seconds. Okay? So now, for our solution, so mapapansin natin kanina, dito, from 0 to 2, ang na-travel niya ay 2 minus negative 30, that is 32. Okay? So from 0 to 2, from t equals 0 to t equals 2, ang na-travel ay ang distance, total distance travel, distance travel na lang. Distance traveled 32 feet. Tapos, mula dito sa 2 papunta sa 6, bumalik siya, 'di ba? So anong distance 'yan? 32 din. Okay, kasi bumalik siya sa dati niyang position eh. So from 2 to 6, yung distance traveled is 32 feet din. Now, ang problem na lang ay after 7 seconds, 'di ba? So from t equals 6, from t equals 6 to t equals 7. Okay? So dito, alam na natin na yung s of 6 ay negative 30. So hanapin muna natin yung s of 7. Kasi from t equals 6 to t equals 7, kukunin lang natin yung difference nung yung position nila. So hanapin muna natin yung s of 7. Okay? So sa substitute natin dito sa s of t natin, yung 7. So 7 cube tapos minus 12 7 squared plus 36 times 7 minus 30, so that is equal to negative 23. So s of 7 is negative 23. Okay? So now, yung total distance traveled, okay, after 7 seconds, or during the first 7 seconds, seconds ba yung time? During the first 7 seconds equals absolute value ng s of 2 minus s of 0 plus absolute value ng s of 6 minus s of 2 plus absolute value ng s of 7 minus s of 6. So that is equal to, so ito yung 32 feet plus 32 din plus absolute value ng ano yung s of 7, negative 23 minus ano yung s of 6, negative 30. Ito, negative 30. Okay, so minus negative 30 or plus 30. So that is 32 plus 32, negative 23 plus 30, that is 7, no? Absolute value ng 7, that is 7. So 64 plus 7, that is 71 feet. So yan yung total distance traveled.